71 participants, which is 65.1% of the total survey takers, replied that they hired no lawyers who were qualified CS in the last 1 year. Okay, we assume that 21 hired no lawyers at all out of the 109 that we checked with. 21 people didn't hire any lawyers at all, so we will take them out. Even if we take them out, then 50 companies who hired one or more lawyers out of 88 hired no CS candidates at all. So about 57% of them didn't hire any CS plus LLB candidate. Okay. Amongst the companies that hired a lot of lawyers, because there were 12 companies which hired 10 or more lawyers. Okay, in the previous year, and we did this in 2019, so it's not like this is a really old data. Okay, we did this somewhere in the later half of 2019. Okay, so it's quite relevant data, and if at all things would only have gone a little bit lower in the current year because of the pandemic situation. So hiring would itself be quite low. Okay. Now, among the companies which hired a lot of lawyers, 10 or more lawyers they hired in the year, only one said that they hired anyone at all with a CS degree. Okay. So 84 participants, 77% of the takers said that they don't have a non-qualified CS, okay, in the team. And so when it can be said that when they do look for company secretaries, they prefer to go for a qualified CS professional and not the ones who leave it midway. Okay, most companies don't want lawyers with CS qualification. They don't really need it. Okay, it's not that they don't want, they don't need it. They don't feel the need that you should have a CS degree together with law. They don't feel that need. Okay, few of them want that, but in that case they want a fully qualified person. Probably not someone with a secretarial executive certificate, a fully qualified person with an ACS degree. Okay, and not just the executive level knowledge. Okay, they are very clear that they want someone who's fully qualified. So now look at this. Okay, you want to, even if you want to end up with these companies, let's assume that you want to end up with these companies which actually favor, okay, company secretaries having, you having law plus CS qualification, you want to end up with them. Even then, what you need to realize is that you have to clear all the papers, whether you're going to use them or not. You have to complete all the trainings, whether you're going to use them in your work or not. Only then you get the ACS degree. So just think of the time that you have to put in. Okay, even if you assume that you are doing the training together with your qualification, in the minimum it will take you 3 years, okay, to do this. And if you are doing law together with CS, okay, like I did my commerce together with CS, you're doing law together with CS, okay, you're doing this as a part within your 5 years course. What this will do is that it will make you work on papers which, or it will make you work in areas which you may not use really fully, and you will sacrifice, or you will kind of compromise on the things that, like, you learn in your law college, which might actually contribute to the work that you're going to do. It will take you away from the options that you could have chosen, which would contribute to, you might have chosen to actually create, like, or do dedicated research. You might have chosen to really go and maybe talk to some people in the law firms where you want to end, or the companies where you want to end, and find out where, or what things are required, and you want to work in that duration on that. It will take you away from that, and you will have to work on papers which might not contribute at all to where you want to end, if you want to end up as a corporate lawyer in a law firm, or if you want to end up as an in-house legal counsel. Okay, so consider this. Okay, so think of that. It is structured knowledge, like many people are thinking that it is structured knowledge, it will put you into a discipline. But why don't you frame up a plan or a disciplined step-by-step way to go on your own, which will contribute to the way you want to work. Okay, you can find, or you can work with situations which are like that. You can frame plans like that and you can stick to those plans. They're going to contribute to it. Okay. You will be taking yourself off that. You will be taking a chunk off that. The time, you will not give the time to that. And instead you will give time to these things which might not contribute, okay, to your position as a corporate lawyer. So think where you want to end. You want to end up as a company secretary in a company, you want to end up as a PCS, 110% go for this. Okay. So let's look at the next, which is really stuff. This is something that someone actually said. Just have a look at it. Okay, for a lawyer who is a part of the compliance function within the department, many companies have legal plus compliance, and that's where, like, companies will be looking for having a CS qualification, because like CS qualification has the way the program is shaped, there is a dominance of compliance, because they want to develop the people in that, because that's going to be the role of the company secretary in the company. Okay. uh, it may have more utility. Okay. In-house lawyers are generally expected to have domain expertise, and see as a very limited application for regulatory compliance only. As leaders, GCs are now sitting at C level and they manage boards through strategic initiatives. Okay. This requires broader business and commercial acumen. Also, the ability to influence definitely helps. Even GC who dons the hat of CS relies more on their legal and business experiences than their CS training. So you want to end up as a GC and CS, you will be able to sit on the boards for sure. Okay. You will be named company secretary. Many companies will have GCs who are the named company secretary. The work actually is done by people who are junior to them and who are qualified company secretaries. That's the work done by them. But these people are GC plus CS, they are named company secretaries. Okay. So they will be able to sit in the board meeting. Okay. And they may be able to influence and they may be able to do such kinds of things. But at the end of the day, okay, someone who is a GC, okay, are more required to rely on the legal and business experiences. That's where they get their importance from, rather than simply a CS training. And now this guy is saying, and this is someone's words, okay, this is some, we have quoted this person who is a GC of one of these companies. Okay, he was saying that if I was a CEO and I was hiring a GC, it will not make much difference to me if a candidate has CS qualification. Okay, so if they have it or they don't have it, not much difference to me. That's what this guy is saying. And the final question now, this is something that people want to hear. What if I don't have a CS qualification? Will that make me worse off if my ambition is to be a GC? Do lawyers with CS qualification make better GCs? And a hopping 70.6% of the people that we interviewed who are the GCs of these companies said that they don't think so at all. If you don't have a CS qualification, it's not going to make a difference to them, which means you are kind of placed on par with someone who is a CS plus LLB and you have just an LLB degree. Okay, if they believe that your CV has a lot of weight work wise, okay, this one can have a LLB plus CS degree. I had that. Okay, but the other CV has an LLB degree and a lot of relevant work experience. That works much better for these people than someone who has that degree, okay, and has in fact even has a CS experience. Doesn't work for them. This one works where it's a LLB degree and relevant law work experience. Okay, so that 77 top general counsels from some of the largest organizations saying that they did not feel that doing CS makes you a better candidate to be the top lawyer in the company. Like I said, they are weighing it like this: someone with a CS plus LLB, okay, and even a CS experience, and someone who is just an LLB but lot of relevant law work experience, that holds more weightage for them rather than this person. Okay, this is proved out of the survey. Now what confuses people is because the reverse is true. Now if you want to end up as a company secretary and you want to practice as a company secretary, it really might add up to your knowledge if you do law. Okay, because it will clarify your strategic concepts towards the compliance. You would end up, your destination is a company secretarial role, your destination is a PCS role. Law adds up to that, for sure it adds up to that, because you will get a really clear idea of, you know, the strategy. You will get a very clear idea of the concepts in addition to the compliance and procedural part of it. It will definitely add up to your designation or your role as a CS. So when they are hiring CS, when they are hiring or when they are getting services from a PCS, definitely it adds up to them if they have a law degree as such. But when they are hiring a lawyer, it doesn't make any difference to them if they have a CS degree or not. Okay, this is something that I want to just, like, it is very clear from what we did, and it's also very clear from the experience